So the club have announced your retirement from football. Can you sort of talk us through, why you've made this decision?
Yeah, probably more lack of options really than anything. So it's a knee injury that sustained last season, but with the thickness of the games, the thick and fast of the games, nothing was really mentioned. I just sort of got on with it, sort of thing. Went away off season and completely shut my body off and started feeling okay again. Then coming back to the demands of pre-season this season, it wasn't feeling good at all, and I reported it. We've now found further issues going on, and my options were simply man manage, which would play on a Saturday and maybe not walk then till the Monday or Tuesday. Having a young family, that was just not an option because they come first. I want to still have time with my kids and being able to play with them and everything else. Or have an operation which was effectively 18 months to 2-year recovery that still might not have worked. So the conversations happened, family, friends, the football club have been nothing short of incredible with me, and yeah, we've come to this decision, probably best for myself and all parties really.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, well, no matter what happens, you'll go down in Cheltenham Town history as a champion. Terrific achievement, that the first in the club's history you were part of in your debut season for the club. How good was that achievement for you looking back, your times at Cheltenham?
Yeah, well, it's up there. It's going to be right up there with achievements in football. I'm very fortunate to be just a part of some very special groups throughout my time. And Cheltenham, the winning season was no different. Obviously, it was behind closed doors, so it wasn't with the fans to interact as much. But we've tried to make up for it since, and yeah, it'll go down as a fantastic memory in what I believe is a career I've gave everything for.
Yeah, certainly. And well, like you just said, you certainly gave back after the fact that fans couldn't really sort of watch it, really, the winning season, and then the club's highest ever finish, you were a big part of that as well, 15th. Again, I guess that was maybe that might have been a bit better in the sense of you had fans in the stadium consistently. So
Yeah.
how again last season was that sort of achievement?
I think the main thing is that I've seen a lot of enjoyment, not from just the players, myself. I've really enjoyed it. I think the staff have enjoyed it. You look at the staff around the place, yourself and a few others, all enjoying it, and you see the fans enjoying it as well. Now that is what football is all about, and you don't always get it. It's not always a case of we just turn up on a Saturday and everyone just enjoys themselves. But I think there was a real understanding last season that there were going to be games that were going to be difficult, but on the whole, to finish the highest the club's ever finished is another achievement. But we all enjoyed it along the way, and hopefully now the lads can do one better this season.
Yeah, certainly, and you have touched on it, the fact you've had great achievements at other clubs as well. As I mentioned, promotions with Doncaster and Fleetwood, as well as a couple of final wins with York City, where you scored in both of them as well.
Yeah.
Looking back on your career, so how proud are you of what you have achieved in football, really?
I've said it already. I never would have dreamt for 1 second of doing some of the things I've done in lower league. Now there'll always be people who say, well, you never played in the Championship or anything like that. Okay, but you're talking to somebody now who never thought he'd become a professional footballer. I just did it, and I gave it everything I've got for the enjoyment side of it as well. And I'd like to think that the day in, day out stuff, the performances on a Saturday, the amount of games I've played, replicates the person I am in terms of I've gave everything to everybody, and I've received a lot, and I mean a lot, of very positive feedback throughout my time, throughout my career, that I'll be truly grateful for.
And I guess one sort of last thing from me, is there a sort of a standout sort of Robins moment that you can recall? It might be a goal, it might be a celebration maybe. Does anything sort of stand out for you with your time here at Cheltenham Town?
Yeah, the one, probably the obvious one, which got a bit of attention last year, was the goal against Sheffield Wednesday, the equaliser. But that probably whole game in general, in terms of scoring an goal first and then then scoring an equaliser. Playing at Hillsborough was obviously another big one, but it comes down to probably the best moment was Chris Hussey's free kick against Carlisle, because that effectively, it got us promoted, and then the last day of the season against Harrogate when we ended up winning the league. They're the two big moments that I was a part of that will probably stay with me. But on an individual note, it's got to be the goal for Sheffield against Sheffield Wednesday.